Hey everybody, welcome to Nightmares Anyone. I'm Richard. So, today I'm going to be doing a review on a 45-year-old horror classic, Shadowland, by Peter Straub. Come back after the intro. Hey, welcome back everybody. So I'm Richard. This is Nightmares Anyone. Sorry I haven't been here in a couple weeks. I know I gotta get back to doing this at least once a week, twice a week. I read and listen to so many books in a week that I just forget to do the reviews. I do write reviews as soon as I get done with a book. So I'm going to throw on my readers really quick. It is Tuesday, June 17th. Can you guys believe it? June's almost gone already? Damn. So, this is based on a 45-year-old classic printed by Berkeley. It's a Berkeley original novel. Peter Straub's Shadowland. And it says on the front, the ultimate masterpiece of modern horror. This book has got 468 pages. And yeah, this was the days when they didn't have all those ads behind the paperback. So on the back it says, you have been there if you've ever been afraid. Come back to a dark house deep in the Vermont woods where two friends are spending a season of horror, apprenticed to a master magician. Learning secrets best left unlearned, entering a world of incalculable evil, more ancient than death itself, more terrifying and more real. Only one of them will make it through. Shadowland. I thought it was creepy from page one. I loved it, says his good friend Stephen King. Now, I'm going to tell you what. This book is not a quick read. It is a very slow burn, psychological horror. Yes, there were scenes that were actually creepy as shit. This book is about two 15-year-old boys who go to an all-boys school. One wants to be a magician. He's addicted to magic. He is teased and bullied by his private school friends, and they just think he's crazy. But he does get through to one kid, Dell Nightingale. And I'm gonna read you what I wrote on my Goodreads account. I said, here's my review right here. I said, to experience this 45-year-old horror classic in its audio form is the best way to spend your time at Shadowland. To think that this tale of two young boys, a summer of terror and magic, is 45 years old amazes me still. Told only in the way that Straub could do, two 15-year-old boys experience a time in an all-boys school that will leave a scar and memories on both of them that they will never be able to erase. Are you ready to experience Shadowland? It is an experience and quite the coming-of-age horror tale of Tom Flanagan and Dell Nightingale. One of them is obsessed with becoming a real magician. and he is bound to make his friend learn to know what real magic is. This book is not an easy and quick read, I will warn you there. If you have ever read any of Peter Straub's works, you already know that. Normally, I do not like books that take place in two separate times and points of views, but this was perfectly done. It would have gotten a full 5-screen review if it would have been more horror filmed or more scary. I would still highly recommend this audio version of this book, as I have tried to literally physically read it 3 different times since its original release in 1980, and this was the way to experience a terrifying summer at Shadowland, where real magic is. I gave it a 4-star rating. Like I said, this book would have been a perfect 5-star read had there been more supernatural aspects to the story. Yes, the book is a horror classic. It is a psychological horror where these boys go through not only having to bear being basically raised in a private, very exclusive boys' school. One is fat and bullied for his overweightness. One is shy and quiet, and that's Tom Flanagan. Tom Flanagan is a character that is just a character I will not forget for a long time. Yes, I have literally tried to read this book 3 times, and I remember in 1980 when this book came out, it was like 2 years after the publication of Ghost Story, and Ghost Story was his biggest seller. And then this came out, and yes, they were both published in paperback. They did have book club editions in hardback. I do have a hardback edition of Ghost Story that came out later, but Shadowland is a tale that when you find out what one of the boys' uncle does, he psychologically mind fucks these boys. When an accident goes wrong at the school, one of their classmates is actually killed, and it goes on during Halloween time at a talent show, and it was traumatic, and the boys learn to accept death in a way that basically a kid never experiences their entire life. But then when one of the boys is asked by his uncle, who was a magician in his day, to come spend the summer at Shadowland, and he will teach them, you know, how to be first class top real magicians, they go. And Dell goes with Tom, and what these boys experience, I have told you what, there is witchcraft, there's demonology in this book. Now, however, it's not supernatural. It has to do with real fear, real horror. There are some pretty disturbing scenes in here, especially that have to do with just, well, I don't want to say too much. Oh, somebody must be at the front door. Sorry, Zero's going crazy now. The cat's going to start meowing. But it's a great read. I would read it again. I would listen to it. Well, maybe I will now try to physically read the book, but it's a great story. I would highly recommend it. Like I said, I gave it 4 stars. It would have got a full 5-star read had it been more supernatural. But I've been reading a lot of, listening to a lot of Peter Straub's books that I could never physically get through. And my last one being Floating Dragon, which I loved. Floating Dragon was another one that you have to listen to it. You really need to listen to it. And if you can get the full unabridged audiobook, listen to it, because it's a great story, great read. And that review is also here on my channel. I'll pop a link right here to that review if you haven't watched it. But once again, check out Peter Straub's Ghost Story. And who knows, if you're into slow burn psychological horror, you might be able to fly through this book. I I tried 3 times. And I remember the year that this came out, I think I was like 19 years old when it came out. And everyone was reading this because they thought, oh, it's going to be another ghost story. A lot of my friends couldn't get into it. I put it away. I put it away for, oh my God. I think I tried to read it again in like 1990. I moved to California in August of 93. And yeah, I read it. I tried to read it again like in 1990. And then I tried to read it again just about 5 or 6 years ago, and I thought, damn, I'm never gonna get. And then I found the audio version on Everand, and I listened to it, and that's the way to go. It's a great audio book. The narration was done so well, but yeah, if you're a Peter Straub fan, I've never been able to get through him and Stephen King's The Talisman, which is right there. I have a first edition of the hardback. I've never been able to get into The Talisman, and I don't know, I did like it. Get ready to experience a terror-filled summer at Shadowland. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, everybody. Throw me a thumbs up. It's free to do. Pick up a good scary book. Have great nightmares. It's just, yeah, it's summer is a time to read horror. I love to read horror in the summertime. I just finished, not even an hour ago, an audio book version of a Joe R. Lansdale 25-year-old book, The Bottoms, and that review's coming up next. Quite surprising. Quite surprising. Take care, everybody. I'm Richard with Nightmares Anyone. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You can subscribe right here. Hit that link right here. And you guys can see Pennywise back here. He's right there. Let's turn off this light so you can see him. Yeah, he's right there, you guys. And there's my skeleton. Yeah. Take care, you guys. Bye.